Hi, my name's Danielle. I'm a student nurse, training to be an adult nurse. I'm coming to the end of my training now and I've got a job lined up in the operating theatres.
I'm Ashley. I'm currently a student ODP and I'm also the Young Members Officer at my local UNISON branch.
We're the biggest healthcare union in the UK. In health, we represent almost 500,000 members. So there will be many people that you're working alongside in your placements who are also members of UNISON. And one of the reasons that we are that big is that we believe if we represent the whole healthcare team, we can achieve a better deal for all of you.
Well, I actually joined UNISON before I started as a nurse because I was working in sterile services for about 3 years before I started the course. I think it's always important to join a union wherever you work, just for the general representation and advice they give you in the workplace. And it was quite easy to convert my membership to a student membership, which was great because it was only £10 a year. It's great for a student budget. And I think being a student nurse, it's quite useful to be in UNISON because the branch that we have in our hospital has 5 nurses, so it's quite a lot of clinical experience, and in each acute hospital there will be a UNISON branch there to support you. Having the clinical experience, they understand the environment that you work in, they understand the kind of issues that you're going to come across.
As a university student, it's really important for me to save money. Through UNISON I get great discounts with Oxford University Press Book Club, nursing time subscriptions and also LV car insurance.
UNISON offers personal indemnity insurance up to £1 million. They also offer workplace injury cover, so insurance. So if you injure your back in placement or if you have a needle stick injury, any personal injury as a result of that sort of thing, then you're covered by UNISON for that as well.
Within my role as the Young Members Officer, UNISON have put me through some courses. Within these courses it's given me the confidence to speak out to people, communicate. It's also given me more skills for later on in my career.
We also firmly believe that healthcare students should be salaried. We think that you're working unsocial hours, you're working shifts, you're working alongside other healthcare professionals exposed to the same risks as they are. So you should be remunerated in a way that is fair and that enables you to receive a high quality education and also at the end of it graduate without a wealth of debt hanging around your neck. They're the 2 biggest campaigns that we're currently working on in UNISON at this minute for students, but there are many other campaigns that affect healthcare workers and they all relate to how you're employed, where you're employed and your experience as a member of staff. If we treat people fairly, if we remunerate them for the job that they do, if we respect and value their contribution, patient care is improved. That's why it's even more important that you're in a union, a campaigning union that takes your issues seriously and isn't afraid to step up to the mark and defend them. There are very rare occasions when we have had to take industrial action, but they are few and far between, and they are only as a last resort.
The most common issue is getting your learning objectives met. So if you're on a busy ward, sometimes it can be hard to pinpoint somebody down and say, I need to do this, this, this. And you can sometimes get towards the midpoint or even the end of your placement and you still haven't achieved everything. So it's good to have some advice and support on that early on and get that resolved early on. Another issue that can be quite common is challenging poor practice. So that you get told by your university that you need to challenge poor practice if you see it. Obviously that's your duty to your patients and providing good standards of care, but it can be intimidating to do that. It's not always easy. You go onto a placement, you're only going to be there for 3 months and you might not always want to rock the boat. You might worry about getting your book signed off at the end of it. You might worry that you might get bullied or harassed as a result. So it's good to have support in that and advice on how to do that and following the correct procedures.
When I applied to do my student nurse training, I had a medical condition on my skin called psoriasis, and during my first year the university decided that perhaps it wasn't the best career for me, and as a result I was suspended because of my medical condition. There's no doubt in my mind that if I hadn't have been in a union, having them standing by my side, my career would have been over at the very start of it. So I'm forever grateful that I was in a union.
Although it shouldn't happen, there are still instances of bullying on the wards, occasionally racism and homophobia, and I know people that have personally experienced that, and it can be a really hard thing to go through. So UNISON can provide, again, the workplace representation if you need it, and also just support and advice for yourself.
No matter where you're studying, where your placements are, there's always going to be a UNISON rep. It's not as simple as just picking up the phone and speaking with someone. You'll be able to go and have a cup of tea with them. If you've got difficulties on your placement, if there's something about your course that's worrying you, if you've got financial hardship and you need to talk to us about access to welfare, there's a whole range of benefits that you get from being in a UNISON, but you've got to be in it to get it. So whatever you do, make sure you join a union, and join a union that's going to fight for you and support you and stand alongside you and be with you throughout your training and into your graduation. I hope you have a great programme. Good luck with your clinical placements, but just remember that wherever you are, we are, and whenever you're in difficulty, we'll be right alongside you.
So overall, my experience of UNISON during my course has been positive. They've been there when I've needed help and advice. Luckily, I haven't needed any representation myself, but I know friends that have needed it, and they've got very good support from UNISON as well. Yeah, overall, it's been a good experience, and good luck with your course. I hope you'll do very well.